Hello, YouTube. We've got, let's go back to the thing. We've got Punishing Grey Raven. Now, before I get really deep into this one, obviously there has been a little bit of a thing happening over the weekend. So the devs cut the rewards in half for the event compared to when the event happened in China. This obviously made people very upset. Reasonably so. There are also some stamina issue rewards, or stamina reward issues that have popped up as well. So I'm not going to go super into that. Shiny put together a really good video sort of detailing it. So if you want to check him out, he's a big buddy of the channel. We've been running in the same circles for a really long time. He's a good dude. So go check him out. Make sure that, like, you know, you got the rundown. So essentially the justification for this is there will be some kind of payout for some of the grievances. The reward cuts specifically are to make up for the reward event, specifically the extra uniform you're getting, because I guess in China that has a dollar value. Whatever that means to players, I don't know. Feel free to make up your own outrage one way or the other. Me personally, it doesn't give me a lot of faith in the developers if they're willing to tank rewards 5 days on release. So feel free to do your research as is. Most people are still enjoying the game. It's not really my cup of tea, but I can see how people are enjoying it. So let's go over the basics of the game. This is kind of a mini Devil May Cry, Honkai, kind of arena-based Genshin, I guess if you want to call it, although a little less specific. You get constructs, which are specific characters. They have titles, so you can get multiple characters. So like Lucia is your main character, and this one's Lotus. You can get different versions of her that use different equipment. That's pretty much it. There's nothing like super special past that. I'll show you. So gear, you upgrade weapons, you upgrade characters, you can promote them after you reach certain thresholds for them. You can evolve them into their next upgrade up, which like for her would be A class. A lot of little stuff to do, although usually you have to have dupes. Or inver shards, I guess is what they're called. You can also upgrade skills. And then we have memories, which is essentially set bonus stat. So for this one, for example, we'll just click on this. For 2-piece, so if you have 2 of these equipped, you get 10 attack. If you have 4 of them, you get 50 HP. This one's like, you get a damage buff when you take damage, or when you're attacking or attacked, so it kind of stacks a little bit in a weird way. So that's pretty much it. You can mix and match those. Your gacha is pretty standard. You've got R&D, there is an event and a special guarantee going on. These are all pretty basic. The rates are a little low overall. I believe, let me double check. Drop the tail. Don't need that. Okay. So you're gonna get an A rank on every 10. You're guaranteed an S every 60, which is 6 pulls. I wish you gave the actual pull rates. I believe they're 1%, but I could be wrong. These are the S classes that you can get currently. You do get an S-class ticket for logging in and doing some of the stuff, and you can pick a bunch of the S-classes, so getting your free one is a pretty good idea. I got Lee just because I like the design better than like the tank guy or any of the other chicks. So that's pretty much it. You can interact, you can change outfits. Everybody has like a fit that range from like weird see-through jackets to literal cat suits with butt cleavage. So every character is going to be a little different no matter how you do them. So that's interesting enough. And then, you know, you got your missions, you got your R&D. So when you're pulling, you're also pulling on weapon and focuses. So this is kind of where the game starts to lose me a little bit. So most of these are weapons. And then there is so those are targeted weapon researches. I think these are just the regular ones. So this is, you can pull whatever in them. So not only are you pulling characters, you're pulling weapons, you're pulling memories. And a lot of these you can get in multiple things, but it's still, like, I don't like juggling that many systems. So we'll do a couple of practice. Let me get into try. There is an actual button for it. There's like a punching bag mode you can do, and I have forgotten entirely how to do it. So we'll just go back into a couple of missions. This is your regular story. You've got interludes, which are side stories. You've got strongholds, which are construct stories. Those are specific to characters, so are the interludes for the most part. You've got hidden missions, which you unlock through different things. You've got hard mode missions, you've got challenges. There's a lot going on as far as like content goes. So I'll just pick a random one here. Battle prep, sure, let's go. She's got a fantasy chain, or she's got a fantasy chainsaw, so that's fun. Something else to do, I guess. So it's interesting at the very least. You can, now the one thing I will give the developer credit on, they did pave the way for a lot of emulator support. It's playable on almost every emulator you can get, which is really cool. And if you take the time to set them up, and there is a video by a Redditor who set up how to set up controllers on all of them, and if I can find it again real quick, I'll go ahead and leave it in the thing. So the way the game works is this. So you have your regular basic attack down at the bottom right. You have a dodge, which is very integral to pretty much how the entire game works. And then you get these little colored things depending on sort of randomly how you acquire them. So generally you just attack and you will eventually get them overall, which is good. But you need certain combos of them, like 3 of them plus another color, to bring out like best. So like if you do any 3 ones and you hit red, you auto get the crit system, which is when she like does the most of her damage. All heroes have a big super ability like this, throwing swords all over the place because she likes being wasteful. I don't know. And then you can swap between characters. I've got, you get the Gunner Girl automatically. You can swap between Gunner Girl. That's also fine. So generally the way it works is A is a lunge attack, blue is some kind of buff, and then yellow is kind of an AoE or a knockback attack. They obviously have upgrades, so if you do 3 of them, it changes. Now, when you dodge an attack, let me see if it'll let me go to the next stage. Is he just gone? So I'll do it one more time. When you dodge an attack, she's very excited, so it's cool. When you dodge an attack, it automatically puts you into the slow motion mode. It also makes any dots you have 3 pip versions. So like, it may only show 1 red one, but when you activate it during the slowdown mode, it acts as though it is its upgraded form. This is very useful for putting out a lot of damage in a really short amount of time. There are better guides than what I am telling you, so feel free. Her blue one, for example, I mean, there we go. You can call in characters for this. So dodging is probably your most important thing. Mostly because once you activate the slow mode, it's just easier to get into your high-end abilities just constantly. It also builds up a lot faster. And every character plays a little differently. Like, she is different from the Chainsaw Girl, and is different from the Gun Girl. Like, she has a little bit of a heal going on. She has like barrages. She's got like this little black hole ability, which is actually kind of cool. It's a really interesting blend of like kind of high fantasy sci-fi, so like Star Wars style stuff. You get a lot of Nier kind of feel out of it from the story, but overall it's playable. It's all right, other than like the little bit of drama that's going on, which I understand people being upset. That's definitely a sticker shock. I don't know if it's as bad as My Hero Academia's fumble, but it was a lot. So do approach the game with caution. Spend money only if you want to. That's pretty much it. I was gonna do my intro summon just because I've already done it on my regular game. Here we go. We get a gold. So these are 4-star item. Here's a consciousness chip. Oh, I got the upgraded Lucia. Okay, that's funny. We got another one. So this is a stat card. Those are shards, so those are the Ember Eclipses. So anytime you see a character like this, it tends to be a, if they don't have a model, it tends to be a chip that you're plugging in, so it's like one of the extra abilities. So I got one character out of that whole thing. I got the Lucia, which is good, because she's actually kind of fun. And then the rest of this were either shards, so you can turn these, you can link them into the appropriate person if you have the character. If not, no big deal. And then you can use these to upgrade weapon limits. These just give you a bunch of in-game currency. I'm not a big fan of like a lot of the silly stuff that's in there, but these are just supposed to be like your intro pulls, so it's supposed to sort of shore you up a little bit. Do like just another random pull. Oh. I got an Ember shard for her. Good. Alright. That's not too bad. So overall, the game is fine. Like, it's not really my cup of tea. If I wanted kind of an Aretum beat 'em up, I would just play like a Devil May Cry game. For a phone game, it plays reasonably well, better than I expected it to, although it does have its little bit of wonkiness. Just because trying to control movement and the little bit of camera movement that you're going to need with 2 thumbs is a little rough. But for the most part, it's pretty smooth. The game is gorgeous. The soundtrack's pretty good. The character design is... I find it all mostly mediocre, just because they all kind of have the same, like, almost post-apocalyptic cyberpunk shtick thing going on, and, like, none of them really jump out of the norm. So that's kind of weak. But overall, it's a pretty good game. Give it a try, see what you think. If you want to see some more videos on it from us, just leave some comments, and we'll see if we can't crap some out for you. We do have Nier coming up in a week, so I do believe at least one of us will be trying to put out a little bit of content on that. So tell us what you think of PGR so far. Like, are you upset? Do you like it? What do you think? Like, comment, subscribe, do your whole thing, guys, and take care.